Hello everybody, this is Wake Angel 2001 coming at you with a review of Beast Alliance Arcee and Cheetor. This is one of those toys from the Rise of the Beast toy line that's it's just above the gimmick figures, but it's not quite as good as the deluxes. It's kind of an in-between toy. Something to give children their first chance at a real feeling transformer. You know, something a little bit more complex than the flip changers and stuff like that. She was incredibly difficult to find. I'd been looking in the stores for months and months, but, I have no idea when her wave was supposed to come out. Every time I searched for it online, I'd either get the stupid one that has the wolf armor and no elbows that looks nothing like her, or it would be for ridiculously high prices. But finally, somebody on Amazon had it for almost the retail price, and I went ahead and got it. So Arcee is packaged in robot mode with this open box style packaging. Having her in the motorcycle mode is a good idea because now people can't pop her head off. The way that people will vandalize action figures because they're assholes. And she comes with Cheetor. And you know what? This feels like it would be to scale with Cheetor from the from the Beast Wars cartoon, because in the cartoon, the original Beast Wars cartoon, the Maximals were about human sized instead of being 30 feet tall. Now Arcee, being a motorcycle, she is the smallest of the Autobots. I think when she's in full robot mode in the movie, she's maybe a little over 10 feet tall at the most. She's small enough that in robot mode, she can still fit inside of Wheeljack's van. So, she's not a very big character. The back of the packaging shows that Cheetor just transforms into a sword. That's it. And shows the Arcee figure, which, in robot mode, she looks pretty accurate. I mean, the vehicle mode doesn't look that great, but this probably is the most accurate toy of the movie version of Arcee. So let's get her off of this card thing and actually take a look. And here we go. Outside the packaging, we have Motorcycle Arcee, and we have Cheetor, the kitty. And yeah, this actually does kind of look like how big a cheetah would look like standing next to a motorcycle, huh? It's just that it's accurate to the real-life animal scale instead of how they were in the movies. Because in the live-action Rise of the Beast movie, the Maximals were about the same size as the Autobots, so we had giant animals going on. But I feel like when these toys were designed, they were thinking that the Maximals would be designed like they were in the cartoon, where they're roughly human-sized. So, this is how big Cheetor would have been. I kind of find that funny. Is that based? Did the designers of the toy stay true to the original cartoon lore before they got notes about how the movie was gonna be? I wonder if there was ever a draft of the movie where the Maximals were actually gonna be their original size instead of as big as they were. Interesting. Okay, so let's take a quick look at the Cheetor. I have seen this figure for sale separately before. He has ball jointed limbs so they can move around. He has ball jointed little front feet for some reason, so that he can have a flat footed stance when he's doing splayed out things. And yeah, that is a cheetah. All right. Now, he doesn't have a robot mode. He instead has a weapon mode, which you can look up in the instructions. And I just kind of wanted to open this up to reveal, they actually go in depth about how he's supposed to transform. They're really milking it. It's super simple. Yeah, you just kind of there's even a notch here so you can get a fingerprint into that peg. And then, for some reason, he's Conti from Furikuri. Everyone remembers that when Conti would just kind of whoop his head into his torso and the giant gun barrel come out. Yeah, it's Furikuri reference. You're welcome. Then you just kind of bring his little front legs up like that, and fold the back legs front. It's so basic, so freaking basic. Yep, and that's Cheetah Sword. Yep, So, like, somebody should have told them that the handle for a sword isn't there unless it's like a gun blade. Yeah. So yeah, sword. Yay. Okay, so let's get into the meat of this. This is the Arcee figure that I've been trying to get for a long time. I feel based on images that I've seen on the internet that this is actually one of the more accurate versions of Arcee's robot mode for this toy line, for reasons I'll get into. But the motorcycle mode is not very impressive. You can see that the top of the motorcycle is basically just her torso. You can see where like the front of the motorcycle transforms into her torso, but it's all faked here. And like those are just her arms. You can even still see the L and the R, so that so that the people that were assembling the toy would know which is her left limb and which is her right limb. They didn't do anything to try and make this look more like the rear fender of a motorcycle or the seat of a motorcycle. She's just, yeah, like, bringing in, for quick comparison, you can see the Studio Series toy clearly went through quite a bit more effort to try and hide the kibble. Like, she has an actual back to the motorcycle, and there's a shape here. Like, yes, you can see her hands down there, but there's at least something to disguise her forearms and blend it into the lines of the motorcycle rather than just, that. And I'm not sure if this is an intentional gimmick or not, but the front wheel, it kind of, listen. Yeah, like, this is an almost frictionless surface. Like, let's put the paper down to get some more friction. So, yeah, I choose to believe that that's a revving gimmick. So yeah, like, the thing about this Arcee is that the robot mode should be more accurate than the vehicle mode, so why don't we go ahead and try that. So let's, like, this is just the simple gimmick toy for kids. I should be able to transform it on camera effectively enough. Okay. Yep, those are getting her legs out. Oh, she has some nice heel spurs. Those are legs, alright. Why is it that they always had to break one of the wheels in half? Oh wow, that's actually a really nice face. I'm not gonna lie, I will give it credit when it's due. That is a very well done face for this figure. Wait, is that it? Yeah, I think. Ooh. Yeah. Does that? Yeah, that seriously does just kind of rest back there. And then what do we do for her arms? Yeah. Wow, that was actually so simple that it confused me. It was actually too simple for the transformation to be. Alright, we gotta reposition the camera. Okay, so here we have it properly centered in the camera and everything. It is, semi-deluxe? Yeah, I'm gonna call it a semi-deluxe Arcee, because she's almost deluxe sized. Not a very complicated transformer as you saw, but not bad. I mean, she does have a bit of a backpack there, but it's carried decently well. There is one thing. It is actually, like, okay, remember, in the movie, when Arcee was in her vehicle mode, her robot mode, the kibble from her vehicle mode were her wheels on her back, and, like, this is accurate. Her wheels are up on her back, and her legs are clean. So, like, it's like, we got it. We have an Arcee whose wheels are in the proper place that they're supposed to be accurate to the movie kibble. Bringing in the Studio Series version, which was, Scout size. I'm still going to call it Scout because I can't remember what the other term is. That one had the wheels down on the feet. And I feel like this was a way to split the difference, because there is a scene in the movie where Arcee kind of like transforms her wheels out so that she can, so that they can have a scene on during that highway chase scene when she's doing her whole rolling around on her wheels thing, even though she's still in robot mode. But like being able to do this and having your wheels on your back for your basic transformation would not be possible to do on the budget that these figures were probably at. So it looks like they split the difference and made the toy two ways. One way that would have the wheels on the feet to accommodate that nice little gimmick thing, and the other way to have the wheels on the back so it would be more accurate to the way she looked in the movie. Which is valid. It's kind of like when they had the bad guys in the Bumblebee movie be triple changers, and instead of making a triple changing toy, they just made two toys of the bad guys, like one that could turn into their flight mode and the other that could turn into their car mode. But yes, now we actually have a figure that compares. She's actually a little bit taller than the Bumblebee movie Arcee figure. See? Just a little bit taller. And her head's bigger, you know, proportioned differently. Well, yeah. This is actually deluxe size. So if you want a deluxe size Arcee, then this is the one you go for. Articulation, her head has a swivel, the transformation hinge does let her look up, but if you push it back, it starts to sink into her shoulders, so you can probably get a little bit of an upward look, but not much. Her shoulders are ball jointed, and the transformation hinge can give you a little bit more range if you don't mind the wheels coming out with them. Ball jointed elbows for full rotation, wrist swivels, that's good. Nothing in the waist because of the way she transforms. She has ball jointed hips with a wide range. No thigh swivel, but she does have knees, and the knees are actually double jointed because of a transformation hinge, so you got that going on for you. So yeah, if you can totally do you can try to do a Spider-Man if you don't mind it looking a little bit Cronenbergian, but yeah, you can kind of get you can kind of get like cool on one knee poses. Yeah, that works. Yeah, you can totally do it. So yeah, it's a very basic figure, lots of hollow spaces, but you know, it does the basics. It gets its job done. It does a transformer. And of course we had to bring in the big old cheetah sword, which you can peg into her forearm. So give her a big old cheetah arm blade. That's actually kind of badass, I'm not gonna lie. It's a ridiculously oversized weapon. It's kind of stupid, but holy crap. You see a half motorcycle woman coming at you with a big orange blade this huge, and you're gonna be wondering what wrong decisions you made in your life that led to this. Of course, this thing is kind of so huge that it's difficult to balance the figure, even with these impressive heels. But you know, I'm sure you can manage it if you're not trying to stand her up on a soft chair with a cushion. There we go. Yeah, let's go. Arcee with the kitty sword. How does the sword look like if she's actually holding it in her hand? Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look like a gunblade. Sorry, Final Fantasy fans, it's not a very good looking gunblade. But yeah. So I wouldn't spend the scalper prices that this thing is going for because it is a very basic toy. But yeah, for a just shy of deluxe toy, I'm not quite as good as a deluxe, but I can still deliver a decent transforming experience. It's not bad. It delivers a fairly good looking robot mode. I say this gives my approval. It's not as cool as the Bumblebee movie Arcee, but few things are because that mold was freaking awesome. But yeah, it does the thing that the smaller Arcee did not do. I mean, yes, she's not gonna scale because now she's too big. Remember, in Studio Series, scale trumps everything, so making her that size was part of the whole gimmick. But yeah, if you want an Arcee that looks more like the one in the movie. I mean, it's that. She does that for the most part, so you give her some credit. So yeah, thank you for watching this, and this is Wake Angel 2001 signing off.